Hi there, welcome to the Barbara Young channel and welcome to my Friday Sews. Now first of all, just want to say thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating the hashtag Friday Sews so we can all come together and just let each other know what we've been doing for the week or however long it might be from. So yeah, today I've got, I suppose, a couple of things. Not been doing too much, I suppose, at the moment, but then that's me, steady and slow, hopefully. So let's have a quick look at what I have actually been doing. So I've only really got one thing that I've actually made this week, or been making, and it is the New Look 6941, which, yes, I have made just recently. I've been making quite a few and using this pattern quite a bit just lately. It's a really nice pattern. I mean, I just enjoy doing it. So why make this one again? Well, I wanted to put long sleeves on this pattern, and from the pictures you can see that this doesn't have long sleeves, not a proper long sleeve anyway. So having used a pattern, well, a couple of different patterns, I've worked out a sleeve shape and length with a cuff that works for me. So that's my personal shape, personal length for a sleeve, for like a full sleeve that you use on a shirt or a blouse or something. So what I've done is I've got this material, which is just a duvet cover, and done a bit of a mock-up. Now originally I was looking at it thinking, shall I just do it as a mock-up and not finish the seams and that? And thought, no, I'll finish it all properly and do it as a proper wearable mock-up. So putting these long sleeves on, what I'll do is to put this on so I can have a look at it properly. So here we are with it on. Like I say, it is material, it's a duvet cover, so it does look a bit, I don't know, it's not, I don't know, I like it. It's quite nice. It's very comfortable. Not quite finished though, because I haven't put buttons on and I haven't done the collar, the dreaded collar. I hate doing collars, but I'm sure I'll get better at them the more that I do them. So, but never mind. But yeah, the main thing is that I've got this long sleeve on there, which is what I wanted to put on a proper long sleeve, because that isn't in the pattern design. It's designed to have at the most a sort of 3/4 length sleeve. But yeah, I want a long sleeve on there to see how that looks. And yeah, it seems to come out really nice. Like I say, I've got to put the buttons on it yet. But yeah, all in all, I'm very pleased with the way that that looks. Yeah, it's a really nice, quite a simple shirt blouse pattern, and I do enjoy making it. But with the addition of a sleeve, long sleeve with a cuff, then I think that works out really nice. That really comes out very nice. Now, the reason for wanting to design it with a long sleeve is not just because I want to, cover my whole arm with when I've got a sleeve, I've got a shirt on, unlike my shirt dress that I did, which has actually got short sleeve, which is based from the same pattern originally, just made a skirt to go with it. But yeah, long sleeves, not just for covering arms, but because I wanted to just see how it looked, see how it worked out. And yes, I do like the look of it. I know that the body section of this particular pattern is actually shorter than other shirt and blouse patterns. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the way it looks and the way that it's come out. Now, the other reason for doing it is because when I was thrifting just recently, I found some material. And I was thinking of using this pattern with a long sleeve with this material. So let's have a look at this material. So yes, recently I've been out looking through the thrift shop and I found some material. Going through, there was like a basket that had like odd bits and little pieces of materials. I presume these are just end bits that somebody's, people have donated in along with other stuff that they obviously thought, don't need this bit, can't do anything with it, and they've got rid of. So I found this. Let me see if I can open it up and show you what it looks like. There we go. Don't know how well you can see this, but that is a really nice print, isn't it? That's really nice. it's almost like a brown, a light brown, almost slightly orange background with a little diamond sort of pattern to it, with a little dot on it, almost a red dot with another blue diamond or square on it as well. So yeah, that is really nice, and it sits really well. It's got a bit of a, it's odd because it's got a bit of structure to it. It's also got a bit of a flow to it. So, you know, you look at it, there's structure in there, but it does sort of hang nicely as well. So I can't really describe how it is. And then I was looking and thinking, well, have a look on the salvage to see who it's by. And it's by, if I can get this up on here, I'll do it that way. It says on there, Abraham Zumsteg, or at least that's how I'm pronouncing it, Zumsteg. And yeah, I looked at that and thought, I've never seen anything like that before, and it feels really nice. So I thought I'll have a look, see if I can find out who this material's from, who made it, and anything about it. Might be able to work out what it actually is, what fibre content it is, because I really wasn't sure what it actually is. So a bit of digging to find out some history about this this bit of fabric, which is really very nice. And I've got just under 2 meters of it. I've also got two, as it were, 2 strips of it. So I've got enough, hopefully, to be able to make this top with long sleeves on it. So while trying to find out a little bit about this fabric, I did come across a few items, a few articles. There's a little bit on the old Wikipedia library thing, and a couple of other reference sources that seem to be there. So what I'll do is I'll just give you a quick overview, and it is a very brief overview. So, I mean, there'll be a lot of details missing. I'm just trying to be very condensed, as it were, on what I found out. Just so it gives you a little bit of a background. So the Abraham part of it is a company called, or appears to be, Abraham Switzerland Silk, and they started off quite some time ago, actually back in the latter part of the 19th century. It appears that he started out as a company called Ludwig Abraham and Co, and they were silk merchants. Really? You think? Yeah, nice materials, you would have thought, from silk merchants. And through a few changes through the time, they became somehow Abraham Switzerland Silk. And they appear to be mainly a silk merchants, and they predominantly dealing with within the textiles industry. Now, they didn't make stuff themselves. It looks like what they were doing is they had a few choice manufacturers who would make their silks for them in France and Italy. So we're talking about quality goods here by the sounds of it. Now, the story of the Gustav Zumsteg part of it, and that was his full name, appears. Maybe he had a second name, middle names, I'm not sure, but I found it as Gustav Zumsteg. He was born in 1915 and passed away in 2005, so he had a good life, you know, by the sounds of it. He had a long time working with Abraham Switzerland, of which he joined the company in his younger years, and then effectively, by the sounds of it, it seems like he run the business, but he was also very much a designer, and he helped design a lot of the textiles that were being used, I say, and predominantly silks. He also worked a lot with a lot of the sort of fashion houses during the 20th century, had a very long history, by the sounds of it, with Yves Saint Laurent, doing work with them, and obviously with the textiles, and I presume things to do with their fashion side. Yeah, so a long history of dealing with fashion and textiles and things like that. So this piece of material has obviously come from that fashion house. Now, they obviously didn't do so well at the end of the 20th century, and in early 21st century they unfortunately filed for bankruptcy in 2003, so the business is no longer going, unfortunately. But it does mean that the material that I have here, this stuff, has obviously got to be of some age. It's not brand new. It effectively is a vintage material, really, if you think about it. It's got to be at least 20 years old or somewhere like that, probably over 20 years old. So who knows quite how old it is. So I've got to treat this nicely. Now, the thing about this material, and this is what I was wondering, because Abraham Zumsteg was predominantly silks, is this a silk? You know, it doesn't feel like a silk, it feels more like a cotton. Now, from what I can make out, they didn't do just silks, they did do other materials, but they were predominantly silks. So I don't know if this is a silk or not. Now, I have done a little burn test. Now, I didn't set fire to it completely in the backyard or anything, just a little burn test, just to see if I could work out what it was. It is a natural fibre as far as I'm concerned, but it does make me wonder if this is a cotton rather than a silk, but I really don't know. It does feel really, really nice. It's got a lovely feel to it, and it's got a nice drape to it as well, so who knows what it is exactly. I'm not quite sure, but I'll have to treat it nicely regardless. So I think even if it is a cotton, I'll have to hand wash that because I really don't want anything to happen to it. But yeah, the reason for making this with long sleeves is that there's enough material here to make the new look 6941 with it. So that's what I'll be doing once I've given it a bit of a wash and sort of treated it nicely. So there we go. That's my, well, say my next project. I've got other things to do as well, but there you go. The Abraham Zumsteg material that I found in a charity shop, in a thrifting shop, as some might say. So the only thing that I've got for you is another pattern that I found when I was in the thrift shop finding that material, and it is it says here it's just a shift dresses. That's what it says, and it's by the Thread Count Patterns company. Great little pattern by the looks of it, not been opened or had anything done to it by the looks of it, because I did have a quick peek inside. And yeah, a really nice simple shift dress. It looks really lovely. I've actually seen this on the internet. I've had a little look around, and there's quite a few pictures of people. There's even a few on YouTube, I think, of people that have made this shift dress, so it must have been sort of fairly popular. I don't think it's particularly old. I think it's a fairly recent pattern as far as it goes. In the last few years, I'm not really sure. I don't know. I've not had a look to see exactly where the what the date is on it, but I would say it's not that old, really. I don't know where you'd get the pattern from, where it was being sold, because I'd never seen it before, I must admit. But yeah, basic shift dresses. So that's really nice. I'm looking forward to giving that a go with some, I don't know, some sort of structured material, probably something like a cotton, maybe a cotton poplin, or maybe even a cotton lawn. But mind you, cotton lawn's a little light. But I'm sure I'll find something, maybe a nice viscose. I could have a go with that, because really it's not a lot to it, really, is there? I mean, you've got a bit of pleating, sorry, a few darting on the front, and the little shoulders, sleeves, and yeah, could do it as some contrasting materials, I suppose, to make that. But yeah, it's a really nice little shift dresses pattern. So I'm looking forward to doing that at some point. And that was a huge 50p that I found that for. So that was brilliant. Yeah, looking forward to doing that one. So I think that's it, really. Nothing much else to say about. Life-wise, nothing really. There's nothing really going on much, you know, just the usual everyday stuff that you have to get on and deal with, you know. So beyond that, really nothing else much to say about. One brilliant find in the charity shop, some amazing material. So other than that, it's just plod on and carry on making stuff, I suppose, hopefully, and get things done. So hopefully I managed to finish off this shirt with the long sleeves and then move on to using that good material back there once I've given it a bit of a wash and treated it nicely. So I think that's it really. So if you like this video, please do give it a like, just click that button down there. Leave a comment. I do like reading your comments. It's nice to see what you're thinking, what you're also talking about and what you're doing yourselves. And if anybody does have any more information on the Abraham Zumsteg, the company and the person, because what I put there is just very, very brief. I only was able to find a small amount of information. So obviously if someone's got more accurate information or more detailed information, then if you could just put that in the description, in the comments, that would be really brilliant, so we can all hopefully find out a little bit more about the Abraham Gustav materials and fashion textiles that they were obviously doing back in the 20th century. That would be absolutely brilliant. And also subscribe, because then you'll get notifications of when my videos come out, so you can see what I've been doing, what I've been up to, and that'll be really nice for you. So it's just left for me to say thank you very much for watching my video. I look forward to seeing my next video. Bye.
Bye.